Hi, Darnell Mack here again. So I've done part of my log cabin. I've done the yellows 1, 2, and then 3. Now I'm ready to do my 4th one, and it's going to go right here. And I know this because when I flip it on this side, I can see here's my yellow, the purple, and the green, and there's the numbers 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do 4, and that right there is my stitch line. So I'm going to flip it onto this side. Here's my little 1-inch strip. I'm just going to match those lines. It's more than enough fabric, but I'm not going to be real picky about that. So, and I'm going to put a pin right where my stitch line is supposed to be. And I'm still on 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'm on this line right here that goes all the way from here to here, because that's where that line is right there. It's my stitch line. And so right there. So I'm going to stitch. And I'm doing this by hand, but just because it's easier when I'm videoing. But I do this one by machine, and it goes really fast. So you can do it either way, by machine or by hand. That's kind of up to you. But, oops, I drew my thread through. But this is all it is. I don't even do a knot. I just do a stay, 2 back stitches, and then I start my stitching. And so see how I'm staying on that line right there? And I'm done. I'm going to take that last stitch to get it right there. And it always gets caught up in the dryer sheet. But the dryer sheets are really great because they're very thin. I'm not going to cut them out. And you'll never tell it when it's quilted. All right, so I've done my line. I'm going to snip my thread, and now I'm going to flip that fabric over, and so you can see my red line. It's real short, but get my little wooden iron. I don't even use an iron to do this yet. So there is that next piece on there. So now that seam allowance is a little big. When I go to this next line, it's going to be too much. So I turn it onto this side, and I'll get my handy dandy scissors. If I didn't have the mat, I'd do a rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut it to like something less than 1/4 inch, scant 1/4 inch or 3/8. And then I'll cut the next piece of it. Oh, sorry. I get it all cattywampus. And so this one, I'll cut this little dog ear about the same length as those other pieces. And then this one, I'm not going to cut that until I do this next line. So I'll come back for that part and see you in a moment. Bye now.